Sneeko Cuckus and Gooning. I cleaned up aisle on my pants.
Are you high?
Am I high? Excuse me?
Are you high?
Are you high? This was my poem I just wrote.
Are you high?
Yeah, I mean
I just
Hitch.
wrote
Come
this
on.
poem.
That was what was that? Clean up aisle in my pants? Really?
I thought it was interesting.
I'm working on a Nobel Prize. Gonna work against my big awards coming up. You little fuckers. You need to go grow up.
Wait, I'm working on a Nobel Prize too, though, for my poem.
It's not a Nobel. It's Nobel.
I'm working on
These
a
guys are
Noel
just
right now.
trolls, so I wanna.
Trolls? Wow, that's very rude. I'm not a troll.
Mark, are you serious? Mark, I thought we had like a little friendship going, but then you just call us trolls. Like, is that really how you think of us?
Well-
Bro, I don't even know you guys.
Poets are supposed to have the same heart. I don't understand.
Helen Keller
Well-
was a beautiful poet, so you're saying Helen Keller was not a good poet. Wow, okay.
When you added emotion, I gave you a higher grade. That yes.
What did I get graded on mine?
Considering I didn't understand one single word of it. Or you could be having the Mickey with me, as they say in England.
Mickey Mouse or no?
I am kicking these fucking. Uh-oh, I lost the Zoom. I'm totally lost.
Oh, goodbye.
So I'm gonna start with. Oh, and you know what? I'm so sorry. I need to record. I always forget these ladies. Why did you not remind me?
I'm sorry. Recording in progress.
I told you I have heavy because I'm sick. Oh, I hope that it was not recorded. Anyways, so we're just having an honest discussion about how money works and 30% of the income.
If you don't know what's happening here, basically I made another Zoom account and changed my name to someone else in the class and said some pretty
Why
interesting
didn't
things
you
under
not
their
remind
name.
me?
I'm
I see a lot
sorry.
of people
Recording
that
in
are-
progress.
I told you I have heavy because I'm sick. Oh, I hope that it was not recorded. Anyways, so we're just having an honest discussion about how money works.
I have to turn off my camera. If you don't know what's happening here, basically I made another Zoom account and changed my name to someone else in the class and said some pretty interesting things under their name.
I'm sorry.
I'm responding
Recording
to
in
the co-host.
progress.
I told you I have heavy because I'm sick.
She's
Oh, I
so
hope that it
cute.
was not recorded. Anyways, so we're just
Shut
having an
up,
honest discussion
please.
about how money works.
I have to turn off my camera. If you don't know what's happening here, basically I made another Zoom account and changed my name to someone else and said some pretty interesting things under their name.
I'm sorry.
I'm responding
Recording
to
in
the co-host.
progress.
Excuse me? Someone in the chat is
So
naughty.
Shut up. Rain Lewis. I have to turn off my camera. If you don't know what's happening here, basically I made another Zoom account and changed my name to someone else and said some pretty interesting things under their name.
I'm sorry. Recording in progress.
Excuse me? Someone in the chat is naughty.
Why would you type that? Shut up. Rain Lewis. I have to turn off my camera. If you don't know what's happening here, basically I made another Zoom account and changed my name to someone else and said some pretty interesting things under their name.
I'm sorry. Recording in progress.
Excuse me? Someone in the chat is naughty.
Why would you type that? Shut up. Rain Lewis. I have to turn off my
platform again. Don't they have better?
sus.
I think what I gotta do is I gotta stop sharing for a second.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't even talk like that. I was like, what's going on?
Yvonne,
Michael, what?
Oh, Joe Martin.
What's going on over here?
Now they had me.
Hi guys, I'm joining from my Vision Pro. I just joined in. Can you guys hear me?
That's a little scary. Are you the hacker? Michael's DMing me some weird things.
I just logged on. I don't know.
Michael just DM'd me and told me to oil up. That's what the DM says that I got from Michael.
This is
they had me
crazy,
too.
right?
What's up, Jared?
I don't know. What do you think?
Jared, is that you behind these messages?
No,
Jared, are you an
that's
AI?
not, no.
Okay, do you wanna send out a separate link?
Yeah, could you send that over? I just joined in. I'm on my.
These three gentlemen.
I'm here.
Yeah, get rid of Michael. He's DMing me some weird stuff too.
That's not me. I don't know.
It's not him.
Okay.
Oil up everyone. Michael.
Oh my god. Someone just sent me a dick picture. Someone's just sent me a picture of their facts.
Oh my god.
What is happening? What is this about? Come on.
Picture was girthy. Oh my god.
This is so bad. Okay, I'm gonna just stop and I'm gonna start a new.
I'm not comfortable. Do we have to oil up? Is that really what we have to do?
That's what happens in this
Get
meeting.
that tight little. Ready.
Hell no, man.
Dude.
Okay.
Okay. Is this what usually goes on in this?
Alright, I'm gonna end the meeting and send it.
Vaughn, this is disgusting.
Once you find out about us.
I got recommended through a friend.
Okay, interesting. I think there's one person who seems to be a more expert.
It's me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
He's an expert at what?
AI?
Oh, you're an AI expert.
Are you an AI?
Wait, is this real?
I'm using AI right now.
Wait, they're coming. No. Is this AI?
No way I'm coming.
What?
I can AI this whole meeting if you need me to.
No, please don't. What are you doing on there?
Alright, so right here.
How you doing, Rich?
Here, I have the Zoom meeting.
You have what?
Over here's my setup.
Hello, Richard. How are you?
Shut the fuck up.
We just wait a little bit. We don't start until 5:30.
Okay, we can start earlier tonight. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
We need to go over a little bit of protocol here.
Richard?
Hello?
Yeah, I just zipped your mouth on my screen, so no more.
Wow, that's futuristic. Wait, he zipped you. He zipped you. You're out.
I zipped you up.
It's a virtual
A
reality.
new feature, yeah.
It's not virtual reality, it's actually my life.
Wait, can you zip me?
Can you unbuckle my pants?
Wait, can you tie me up?
My AI companion's next to me right now.
Wait, did you just turn off Richard's camera?
Yeah, I did. I just turned it off.
Wait, can you turn off mine? No, he turned off my camera.
Did you do mine?
No! He's taking over. I can't.
I do have the power here, Ying Ming Lee. Would you like me to shut off your camera or no?
Okay, guys,
We
we gotta
don't
get
need
the
it. We
work
talk
done
about
here.
AI stuff. so
Richard,
don't
I
take
zipped
that.
you. They zipped, buddy.
Okay.
Richard?
So with 30 people.
Richard, hey, I zipped you up.
Wait, Richard, I think he zipped you up, if I'm not mistaken. You could text me and I'll read it out loud.
Guys, if you guys are gonna behave
Richard,
like this, you
zip it
gotta
up
get off the
now.
phone.
I told you, you're done.
Yeah, I think you're zipped. But you could text me, I'll read it out loud since you're zipped.
My girl over here, she will stop touching me, dude.
Hey, Roberta.
Hi, how are you, Hitch?
Should we get a zip on Roberta or no?
How are you? I like those glasses.
They're not glasses. They're
I know.
actually the Apple Vision Pro 256 gigabyte. Got it
I
from
know.
Apple.
I saw them. How do you like them?
A lot of people don't know about them because they're so.
Alright, we didn't really
expensive,
ask
but
all that. I think it was a yes or no question.
I love them.
Everybody's gonna have them pretty soon.
You look like a little
you,
kitty
though.
on my screen right now.
I look like a what?
Little kitty.
What do you have on me?
Nothing right now. What do you want to be?
I don't want to say it out loud. Maybe I could text you.
Yeah, DM me. Sally quit.
Who's Solly?
My AI companion. She's over here.
Yeah, someone needs to check this guy's hard drive, eh?
Are you all in
Sally
Toastmasters?
popsicle.
What's popsicle? Is that your safe word?
Yeah.
You're in District 4.
Might have to
you,
get a
Roberta.
zip on you, Roberta.
What?
Where are you located, Robert?
Ventura County.
Where's that?
North of LA?
I'm from Canada.
You are. What part of Canada?
Nah.
You don't
Linda,
wanna
you got
say?
a lot of to say. What are you doing over there?
Hey, Linda, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing good.
All right.
Where do you live?
Oh, I'm out in Alaska. What about yourself?
You got one more chance or you're getting zipped, Roberta.
What does getting zipped mean? Kick me out of my own meeting?
You don't have permission to speak.
Oh.
Who's that old fuck?
Hey,
Hey.
Joe, can you just mute yourself for now?
Yeah, I was just making sure we're getting everything locked down. I know we got a lot of people tonight, so I'm just trying to make sure everyone's in line, you know?
You're not running that, are you?
Wait, is he the host?
District 4 sent me over to just kind of spectate and monitor tonight.
You're a Zoom mod, not even Discord. Is he the host, guys?
Who is Ethan?
That's my dad. My father's here?
Yeah, if you could just co-host me up real quick.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because we don't know you. Thanks.
I don't know you, little bro. Back up, buddy. Will you give me co-host, please?
You gentlemen better behave because you can be easily.
Linda?
Yeah, you just exit them, all three.
I hope I'm not included in this.
Yeah, you are.
Roberta!
I'm the boss.
I came off Robert.
You're the boss, but he zipped you. How did he zip the boss? Get, I'm zipping you. Hush.
Delete them.
You're just being disruptive right in
I
the
never
beginning.
did. That was that one scallywag.
Are you a part of Toastmasters?
Yes, I am.
What club?
You know, the club of Toastmasters.
Okay, just delete them.
Just
Dude,
Come on, there's some assholes here. This is the last time you will ever hear from me. Goodbye forever. Anything you see from now on is a clone. Goodbye. Alright, everyone. I have to explain this next part of the video for you guys to understand. Basically, we saw a acting class online, and we paid the price, we signed up for it, we joined, and there was no one in there except for one lady, but she wasn't the host. So I guess no one showed up to the acting class except for this one lady. We just acted like the hosts, and we just gave her weird scenarios to act out, and it was really funny. Enjoy.
hi.
Sit here, I don't.
Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
I was working on a script for an audition.
You do auditioning?
If they like my photograph, they usually will send you an email. Hey, we want you to do this script or something.
Can you perform the script right now?
Okay, can you still see me?
Yeah.
I've known Chris since high school. He was going to kill me and Randy.
Wow, that was actually really good. That was beautiful.
Yeah, wow.
Very nice, very nice.
I wish I had it recorded. I could have just sent it to him.
Ah, yeah.
I'm gonna come.
Okay, can we do an acting scene where you and Bob Reed riz up each other?
That we what?
Like Riz Academy, Duke Dennis, AMP, Kai Cenat.
Keep all your passwords safe. Choose Chrome to safely store your passwords.
You and I haven't always agreed on how much latitude enhanced individuals deserve. But what you've accomplished has given me reason to reconsider. Which is why I want you, Captain America, to help me rebuild the Avengers.
The Avengers?
Yes, sir.
Oh, with all due respect, sir, When you passed the Sokovia Accords, you tore the Avengers apart. Why the change of heart?
I represent all Americans now.
Twitch, like Riz, you and Bob Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, Riz, yeah.
Look, my love, it's not there anymore.
What?
Why do I have to wait? Why does any woman have to wait? I tried to be the wife that you've made up in your head, but I'm still standing here. My pockets aren't full of money, and my love, it ain't there.
That's beautiful.
You gotta act, Bob Reed.
Yeah, Bob, what are you doing?
Why don't we let Hitch give it a shot at acting? You know, I'm not the best actor. We're gonna do a very passionate, romantic scene between you and Hitch, okay?
So,
ladies and gentlemen.
In this video, we have more details on WWE 2K25 as the latest Ringside Report has revealed more of this year's gameplay changes, including some big changes to ladder matches and a brand new feature for the Creation Suite. Plus, we also have details on a new feature for Universe Mode, new intergender options, and updates to Special Guest Referee. So let's start with some new gameplay details, as the official WWE 2K website has released the first Ringside Report, which goes on to highlight some of the new features that we'll see in 2K25. The first of the details comes in regards to the new intergender matches, as the report confirms that intergender matches are supported for nearly every match type, with the only notable exception being mixed tag team matches, as those are coded specifically for men and women. In regards to championships, the report confirms that custom championships can be set up to support both men and women, so it can be put up in intergender title matches, with this also extending to intergender tag team titles. In addition, there are also a couple of existing championships that can be held by either gender, with these including the 24/7 championship, the up-up-down-down championship, and the left-right-left-right championship, as these titles support both divisions. More details were also shared on the return of the chain wrestling feature, where it was noted that chain wrestling won't occur in non-standard match types or in match types that involve the new giant archetype. As for whether chain wrestling can be turned off, which is something a lot of people have been asking about, the article states that chain wrestling can be customized in the gameplay settings, so you'll be able to adjust the frequency like you could in past games. Moving over to submissions, you may have seen that the submission wheel is returning this year, which is another of the features that are highlighted in this article, as 2K are bringing back the submission wheel, which sees players use the triggers to control the slider and then try to overlap their opponent's slider to make them submit. Thankfully, for those that prefer the button bashing system, the article confirms that you can still switch to that system if you prefer, so you'll have the choice of choosing button bashing or using the submission wheel. One new confirmation in the article comes in regards to ladder matches, as it's been revealed that the ladder minigame has been redesigned. Sharing more on the change, the article states, "In WWE 2K25, we have completely redesigned the minigame in a way that better captures the tension and drama of a typical ladder match. This new minigame is broken down into multiple stages, with each new stage bringing the player one step closer to victory. As part of the minigame, players are prompted to press a series of buttons before the timer expires. Succeed and move on to the next stage, while failure will send you back to the beginning." In addition to this change, the article also announced one additional feature, Pull It Down returning feature, as it notes the return of ladder finishes, as the report confirms that finishes and signatures can now be activated from the top of the ladder. Some examples given were Eddie Guerrero's Frog Splash and the Macho Man's Big Elbow Drop. Continuing to announce new features, the Ringside Report goes on to share the first details of one to create a moveset which allow you to customize how and when the AI attempts certain moves. When viewing a move assignment in Create a Moveset, players will see a new option to edit the AI settings for that specific move, which allows them to adjust the priority, the repetition, and the timing settings for that attack. For priority, this setting adjusts how likely the AI will be to perform the move in general. When set to preferred, AI will have a higher chance of performing the attack, and when set to favourite, AI will try the best to perform the move at least once during the match, performing any necessary setup. Should you set it to the low or the very low settings, and this will deprioritise the move so that AI won't tend to use it. For the repetition setting, by default, the AI tries not to repeat an attack too soon after it was performed. However, you can modify this behaviour multiple times.
Best 200-word essay in 10 minutes will win $200.
I think I'll win.
No, I'm gonna win.
As for the timing option, some moves make more sense. Stars have been worn down. Moves later can be adjusted for over 150 moveset slots, including springboards, dives, and submissions. And because they're saved as part of the moveset, any movesets that you customize can also be uploaded and shared on community creations. So there's a lot of new information there, the moveset update being the big one, as this will further add to the simulation moves until last. Staying with new detail, new features, Jinx revealed was over 2 nights. Jinx noted that promos are returning, and then went on to say the fees on different days reflect what's happened to fix, including more on this. Going back to intergens and women's, they've included and stars, and it is a great mixed rumble individuals. Yeah. As this match type, which was limited to one-on-one matches in 2K24, has now been confirmed to work in over 24 match types in 2K25. Based on what I played in the preview build, rather than great option, the updates to special guest referee matches aren't limited to 1 to 6 fatal 4-way for special side report from tomorrow. Up, say the following about multiple PLEs. The other thing is being able to add multiple PLEs on different days, so if you .2K20 as the latest new feature to this break with footage we'll get to this footage match types, as the next clip shows some intergender footage of Nia Jax as she goes up against Rey Mysterio, with this footage confirming that the new Raw Arena is included in the game, as the footage shows the new stage design with the new logo. While the new Raw Arena does make the cut, this clip confirms that the ring mat doesn't include any sponsor logos, though it does feature the WWE logo in the centre. As for the character models, unfortunately, this shot confirms that Rey Mysterio has the same attire from 2K24, and while Nia Jax also features the same attire, her model has actually received a bit of an update, as it's not the same one from 24, and she also has a second model which can be unlocked via the 2K showcase. The next clip sees the reveal of Sami Zayn, who we did see in some of the underground screenshots, though this shot gives us our first look at his entrance gear. Next to be shown off, we have footage of Chyna as she goes up against Eddie Guerrero, as we have her first performing the giant swing and then going on to hit the pedigree. This version of Chyna is a new model that's based on her appearance at WrestleMania X7, and to better show it off, the WWE Games account have released Chyna's full entrance, which shows her in much more detail. From one strong woman to another, we have the reveal of Jade Cargill, who's shown in a green outfit that she wore during her run with Bianca as the tag team champions, which at the time, Bianca also wore a matching outfit, though that's not the case in game, as the next shot shows Bianca in the new Raw Arena, where she features a red outfit with a matching jacket. The next set of clips shows off some of the updates to the ringside barricades, as we see Seth throw Roman into the LED barricade, which causes it to glitch and adds a glitching effect, while the next clip shows off the ability to climb the barricade, with this showing the new walking animation before he dives off. Switching over to footage of the 2K showcase, we get a great clip of The Rock's involvement in the Bloodline Rules match from WrestleMania, where he's shown telling Cody to get up so he can whip him with the People's Championship, which is available as one of the game's new titles. Also from the Bloodline Rules match, we have footage of The Undertaker confronting The Rock, which gives us a really cool first-person perspective, where we see Undertaker deliver a chokeslam, with this footage also confirming that we're getting a new version of The Undertaker from WrestleMania 40. Staying with the 93 King of the Ring, this shot confirms attire. Fuji, who was first shown off in the Usos celebrating their tag team title win, with this clip taken from the match against the New Day at Hell in a Cell 2017. As you can tell, it's this match based on the colour of their attires and the colour of the ropes, as the Hell in a Cell arena featured the pink rope to promote breast cancer awareness. What is missing though is the Hell in a Cell itself, which could be for one of two reasons, as either the cell's being lifted for the victory scene, or this is one of the rewrite matches where you can play the match under a different stipulation, which can explain the trash can. One thing I would say regarding the footage is that it could do with a little bit of cleanup, as you can see the title belt cutting into Jay's head. Next up, we cut to more intergender gameplay, as we see Nia Jax throw the Macho Man out of the ring, with this shot confirming that Macho Man still has the same Nikita Lyons and body damage feature. Damage is taking the intergender German suit from.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
From here, we transition to footage of the two new backstage areas, as we have the WWE Archives, which is the WWE warehouse that stores all of WWE's props, as well as the NXT parking lot, which is a large area filled with interactable objects. Focusing on the Archives, one of the main interactions is the destructible shelving, as you can throw players into the shelves and cause them to collapse, which then reveals more weapons. The trailer footage also gives us our first look at newcomer Kalani Jordan, who makes her debut in the series, as well as an updated Roxanne Perez, as we're getting the heel version of Roxanne in red. The footage of Roxanne also shows her throwing a traffic cone, which is one of several new weapons that are scattered around the parking lot, with the cone featuring a unique taunt and unique grapple. Also shown in the footage, we have confirmation of an updated version of Io Sky, as she's now shown wearing her new black gear. Next up, we have the confirmation of Stone Cold Steve Austin, with this shot showing him giving the middle finger, though the clip itself is blurred out, which is something that we have seen in past games, though I'd imagine that this is only censored for the trailer. Moving on to the footage of this year's new match types, we see Becky Lynch in action as she goes up against Liv Morgan in the new Underground match, with this footage showing off some of the new mechanics for the Underground match, as we see Liv trying to keep her balance on the edge of the ring, with the footage then cutting to a shot of Becky performing a German suplex, which she hits from the ring onto the floor. This is one of several new grapple moves that you can perform during the match, as you'll get different grapple moves while the player's on the edge. Another new match type shown off was the Bloodline Rules match, which shows both Bloodline factions brawling at ringside, with this match type being a new one-on-one match that allows you to choose 3 partners which you can call down to ringside to get involved. This match type wasn't included in the build of the game that I played, though it did note the Bloodline Rules option as a payback, so it looks like run-ins will be triggered using the payback system. Next up, we have our first look at My Rise, which it was revealed in the trailer is titled My Rise Mutiny, with the trailer footage teasing that this mode will go beyond limits, where it appears to show the player walking through some sort of portal, which looks to tease some kind of mystical or magical presence. Also shown was footage of a player-led NWO faction, which, if you pause it at the beginning of the clip, reveals the first look at Joe Coffey and Shotzi, who also appear as part of the group. While Shotzi's model still shows her with short hair, this could be an alternate version, as I'd imagine we'll see a more up-to-date version on the main roster. In another clip from My Rise, we see the player characters going up against the Judgment Day, with this leading to a shot of JD in a mutiny shirt as he touches the ropes and gets electrocuted. The footage of JD gives us the best look yet at the ringside area for the new Raw Arena, though unlike the previous footage that showed the WWE logo on the mat, the logo is missing from this clip. Another new feature that was shown off in the trailer was the return of the chain wrestling system, which I went into more details on in the hands-on preview video that I did, as the chain wrestling system that was last seen in 2K20 has been brought back, and largely it remains the same as it did originally, though the one big difference is that each of the options are now labelled so that you can clearly choose which action to perform, as players can choose Switch, which changes the hold to a different position, Drive, which pushes the opponent backwards towards the ropes, or Attack, which ends the sequence with a grapple. After choosing an action, you'll be able to rotate the left stick until you find the sweet spot and the blue icon turns red, then hold it in that position to fill out the circle, which will give you control of the hold and perform your chosen action. Moving on, the trailer also gave us our first look at some of the updates to MyGM, with this year's mode supporting online multiplayer, as the trailer showed off this feature in action, as one player takes control of NXT and the other one SmackDown, with the footage also confirming that the mode will include full voice support so you can chat with your friends as you play. Also revealed via MyGM was the addition of some new general managers, as the GM selection screen confirmed the addition of NXT's Ava, as well as SmackDown GM Nick Aldis, and then we also had Shawn Michaels, Sherry Martel, Miss Elizabeth, Umarga's manager Armando Estrada, Mr. Fuji, and CM Punk. Continuing to tout some of the new MyGM features, the trailer goes on to show footage of CM Punk in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which is one of the new match types that's available in the mode, with the trailer also featuring additional match types such as gauntlet matches and the tease of more PLEs. As part of the match types teaser, we also got some extra roster members confirmed, as the footage showed Blair Davenport in action in a fatal 4-way match, while the match card for the main event revealed NXT's Lexis King and Wyatt 6 member Eric Rowan, who were then shown in action in a custom version of the SmackDown arena set in a larger stadium. Also revealed was the return of NXT star Shawn Spears, as his render was shown on the match card for the opening match. Moving over to My Faction, we also got a couple of reveals here, with the first of these seeing the reveal of the classic version of Rhea Ripley, which is Rhea Ripley 20. Also confirmed from the trailer was the return of Faction Wars, with this footage confirming another 3 stars, as we have AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, and the return of Andrade, with the match footage giving us our first look at their models in the returning Halloween Havoc arena, as Andrade can be seen in white, AJ in black and green, and an updated Braun Strowman with his big SOB shirt and long hair. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, we have confirmation of 2 more stars, as we have Cruz del Toro and Ashante the Adonis. Showing off one of MyGM's new features, the trailer featured the new World Tour mode, which sees you travel the world and compete in events across the globe. And while we don't know a lot about this feature, it appears it may take on a similar style to Proving Grounds. The last of the My Faction footage gave us another reveal, as footage shown in the NXT arena confirmed Axiom, who features his white attire from 2K24. This footage also showed off another star in the background, though I'm not entirely sure who this is. As we move towards the end of the trailer, we get another teaser for The Island, with this shot showing a fountain containing a large version of the WWE Championship, before the camera then pulls back to reveal the Hall of Legends building and another shot of the Roman Reigns statue. Finally, the last shot of the trailer includes a teaser for the Wyatt 6 pre-order pack, as we get a shot of the lantern on the rocking chair, with this leading to a very quick clip of Uncle Howdy as he leads the group down to ringside. So that's a full breakdown of everything that was contained in the new gameplay trailer, along with some additional details based on what I played. Let me know what you think of what was shown in the comments, and if you want to check out more videos, you can check out my hands-on preview video, which goes over everything in the preview build. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching this video, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.
Work and play without delay. Choose the browser engineered for speed.
Ahead of the Royal Rumble, I was invited out to Indianapolis to try out an early build of WWE 2K25, therefore in this video I'm going to go over everything that I played, as well as show off new footage of all the new content, including the epic new brawl areas, the game-changing third-person camera, and the 2K showcase, as well as giving you the lowdown on all the updates and changes to gameplay. Before we get into any of that though, I'll be continuing to post new gameplay all the way up to release, so if you want to be alerted to that, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications for future videos. So let's talk WWE 2K25, as I was invited out to Indianapolis by 2K to try out a 2K25 preview build ahead of the Royal Rumble. As this was a preview build, it was limited in what was available, as not all of the modes and match types were included. This was more of a demo build that was limited to around 20 superstars, a handful of match types, and select matches from the 2K showcase. Of the superstars included in this build, 8 of them were brand new, as the build included the debut of the Bloodlines' Jacob Fatu, the returning Naomi, and new NXT stars Kalani Jordan, Ethan Page, and Sol Ruka, while new legends seen the addition of the Wild Samoans with Afa and Sika, along with the return of fellow Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze, who now has a new model and an updated entrance. Now, there's quite a lot of info to get through, but I want to start by highlighting some of this year's new features, starting with the addition of a new third-person camera system, as 2K have followed up last year's ramp camera with a new third-person option, which is available to use in entrances as well as matches. During entrances, the third-person camera can be enabled by pressing Y on Xbox or triangle if you're on PlayStation, and this will see the camera placed behind the player where you can then freely move it around using the right thumbstick to change the angle and zoom in and out using the triggers. Having this ability completely changes the entrance as it gives you the freedom to view it from any angle, which is really cool to play around with and something that I think for creators in the community will prove to be extremely popular as it allows you to take screenshots of creations from the perfect angle. In addition to the third-person camera, the developers have also included a new Spectate camera, which when selected will allow you to cycle through various preset camera angles, similar to what we're used to seeing in the highlight reel, with these angles allowing you to take in the entrance from various points throughout the arena. Switching over to gameplay, the third-person camera is also available during matches, as at any point you can pause the game and switch from the regular broadcast view to third person, which gives the match a completely fresh feeling as you can move the camera around with the right stick and take in the action from the angle of your choice. Because the camera is controlled using the right stick, playing in third person does require an additional button press, as you need to hold down the right trigger to perform actions that use the stick, such as pinfalls. Otherwise, if you just press the stick, it'll only move the camera. From using the third person camera in regular matches, I thought it was quite refreshing, though I don't know if this is something that I would stick to long term, though one area it really comes in useful, and that I think I'll always use it, is for backstage brawls. So let's talk backstage brawls, or just brawls as they're referred to in 2K25, as brawls are no longer limited to the backstage area, as 2K25 includes two completely new areas to brawl in, with these being one of the game's standout new features. Taking a look at the new areas, the first of them is the NXT parking lot, which if you watch NXT, you know this one makes a lot of sense as so much happens here, and now that's something that you can recreate in 2K25. The best thing about the parking lot is that there's so much that you can actually do here, as the area is packed full of things that you can interact with a full range of weapons also available, as the area is littered with steel chairs, tables, ladders, kendo sticks, and different variations of trash cans, along with new weapons like the trash can lid and the parking cone. As you explore the area, you'll notice that there's some climbable spots that you can interact with the main one that will draw your attention being the scaffold, as players can climb the ladder to get on top and then continue to brawl. Taking things to the extreme, just below the scaffold is a ready-made spot that you can interact with, as the developers have set up 4 chairs that hold a pane of glass which you can use in the same way as a table and put your opponent through. Also,
I went with Codecademy because I liked the way that it keeps track of everything that you're learning. Everything's laid out in a very intuitive way. All of the tools that you need, like the workspaces and the documentation, the exercises are all in one place, so everything's really easy to find.
Included in the parking lot is a fully interactive ambulance like the one from the ambulance match, which you can open the doors and throw your opponent inside. Moving over to the second new brawl arena, 2K25 also includes the WWE Archives, which is a warehouse that's packed full of items from WWE's past and present. The archives include a host of recognisable items, with these ranging from smaller things like superstar cutouts or the gravestone that was used in Buried Alive matches, all the way up to the giant WrestleMania sign that sits on top of the shelving. Rather than limit the action to a single level, the WWE Archives has a ton of climbable areas that allow you to take the fight to another level, with these areas bringing back memories of older games like SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, where players can quickly climb up an area in seconds rather than slowly climbing up a ladder. Speaking of Here Comes the Pain, 2K25 sees players able to relive a popular feature from that game, as it can now dive off the SmackDown fist, as the upper levels of the archive see the fist from the 2002 arena, which you can climb up and brawl on, throw players off, and then dive off it to the floor. Up next, let's talk gameplay, which on the whole is very similar to recent games, as the core gameplay is still the same. That's not really changed, as you've still got your combos, breakers and dodges. Those are all still there, though in addition, the developers have listened to feedback from the community about what they want to see, and this has led to them bringing back and expanding on some features from past games, the first of which is the chain wrestling feature, which can be triggered by locking up at the beginning of the match. Building on the system that was last seen in 2K20, the new version of the chain wrestling system offers more control, as during the initial lockup, you can choose to switch position, drive your opponent back, or attack them. After selecting an action, the next step is to gain control, which you can do by moving the right thumbstick around until you find the sweet spot and the blue icon turns red, at which point you'll need to hold the stick in that position to fill out the circle. The first person to fill out the circle will gain control of the hold and execute their chosen action, which in this scenario was switch, which switches the hold to another position and then gives players the ability to select a new action. With this system in place, players can easily choose how they want to transition the hold and how long it lasts, as if you want to keep the chain going, they can continue to select the switch option, which will keep you transitioning between different holds. Alternately, if you want to bring an end to the chain wrestling, then you can choose the attack option, which will see you end the chain with a move. Meanwhile, the drive option will drive your opponents backwards towards the ropes, where you can either let things play out for a clean break or get in a cheap shot. Overall, the new system is very similar to the previous iteration, though the labels now make it a lot clearer on the actions that you take. Another of this year's new gameplay features is the ability to climb the barricades, as should you find yourself at ringside, you can now climb onto the barricade and perform a diving attack. When using this feature, you're free to walk around the barricade and change position, with the motion featuring a unique animation that sees you walk with your arms out to try and keep your balance. In terms of where you can climb the barricade, you can climb up at any point around the ring, as well as a small section at the bottom of the ramp. While climbing the barricade is a small feature, it's a great addition for high flyers, as this gives you another way to use high flying moves at ringside or make use of nearby tables to put your opponent through. In terms of moves, while I couldn't edit this in the build, I was told that barricade moves are assignable, so you can customize any dive attacks in Create a Moveset. Speaking of the barricades, another new feature sees the LED barricades take damage, as should you whip your opponent into them or perform moves against them, you'll notice that the screen on the barricade will begin to flicker and glitch out, this then leaving a glitch effect on the screen. When playing around at ringside, you'll also notice the inclusion of the Prime Hydration Station next to the announce table, which is a fully interactive area, as you can head over to the station and pick up a bottle of Prime to use as a weapon or whip your opponent into it to destroy it. Getting back to the core gameplay, when it comes to pinfalls and submissions, pinfalls remain the same as they did in 2K24, where you have to time your kick out as the bar reaches the safe zone, while submissions see the return of the submission wheel, which is a game of cat and mouse where you have to overlap your opponent's cursor and then hold it there to make them submit. If you're worried about this change, and you would prefer to use the button bashing system, I did speak to the developers about it, and they said that they're not sure which system will be the default, but you'll be able to switch between the submission wheel and the button bashing system in the options menu. Next up, let's talk new match types, as another of this year's big features is the addition of the intergender match, which is available to use in all match types except mixed tag team matches, as the gender restrictions have been removed from the selection screen. The removal of the gender restrictions mean that you're now able to have men and women compete in the same match for the first time since SmackDown vs Raw 2009, so if you want to let Rhea get some revenge on Dirty Dom, you're now free to have them go up against each other. On the whole, intergender matches play the same way as any other match, with the only limitation coming in regards to blood, as while 2K25 does allow women to bleed, blood is not supported for intergender matches. As for the other new match types, Bloodline Rules wasn't available in this build, and the Underground match was playable, but I can't talk about that one just yet, so stay tuned to the channel as I'll cover that in a separate video. Moving on to the 2K Showcase, this year's mode is centered around the Bloodline, though rather than concentrate on the faction and the recent storyline, the Showcase takes a look at the expanded Bloodline and the lineage of the Anoa'i family. In this build of the game, the Showcase featured 3 matches, with these including Roman Reigns vs Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble, Nia Jax vs Lyra Valkyria in the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament, and a dream match between the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys. Jumping into the first match, I was pleasantly surprised to find that this year's mode includes entrances, as developers have listened to feedback from the community and included accurate entrances for matches, complete with full entrance gear. Once the match began and I completed the first objective, this triggered the first cutscene, which this year is fully rendered in-engine, as there was a lot of negative feedback about the slingshot technology that was used in recent games and how it took players out of the action, and to address that, this year they've gone back to rendering the cutscenes entirely in-engine, which makes a massive difference. Another criticism that they've addressed is the objectives, as in the matches that I played there were a lot more general objectives like inflicting a certain level of damage, and when it did come to performing certain moves, the objective bar includes instructions on how to perform them, so you don't need to keep pausing the game to check how to perform certain actions. Another change to the showcase was the addition of more time-based objectives, which I found added a level of urgency, as certain objectives task you to perform certain moves or even multiple moves within a set time. Moving on to the second match, we have the Queen of the Ring final between Nia Jax and Lyra Valkyria, which is one of several showcase matches that allow you to flip the script and change the ending, as rather than have Nia win the match as she did originally, this match includes an alternate ending scene which sees Lyra defeat Jax and be crowned Queen of the Ring. Along with the ability to relive and rewrite history, 2K25 also offers up a new dream match scenario, with the example in this build seeing the Wild Samoans take on the Dudley Boys. Rather than just a bonus match, these dream matches get the full showcase treatment as they're introduced in the same manner as the other matches, with Paul Heyman introducing Afa and Sika as the Wild Samoans and then going over their history as a tag team before choosing a team that he thinks will put them to the test, which in this instance turned out to be a team that he knows very well in the Dudley Boys. Despite being portrayed as a dream match, 2K have gone all out with this, and they've even included Captain Lou Albano as the Wild Samoans manager, with all three coming out together. The match itself sees you compete in a tables match, which turns out to be a pretty challenging match, as you'll have to complete the objectives while also keeping an eye on your partner to make sure they don't go through a table. Overall, based on the three matches that I played, I actually really enjoyed Showcase a lot more than I have in recent years, as I could actually sit there and play the matches without stopping to watch the slingshot videos or checking the pause menu for objectives, as the return of the in-engine cutscenes and better instructions keep you focused on the match. As for the dream matches, initially I thought these may be a bit of a throwaway match, but after playing this one specifically, I really liked it, as the way it's presented and the legends are introduced is a great way to introduce them to those unfamiliar with them, while the decision to have this be a tables match gives some variety to the mode and helps break up a run of singles matches. I also think it's a great way to include legends that may otherwise have been left out, as if there's no one else under contract or available to include, putting them in a dream match is a great way to get them featured. So that's some of the things that were featured in this preview build, though there were additional things that I'll be covering in separate videos that I can't talk about just yet. Overall, based on what I played, I was really impressed with the amount of new and returning features, with a third-person camera and the new brawl areas being two of the standout features, which when combined work incredibly well. As for any problems, I did come across a problem whipping players into the corner, which is something that others also complained about, as even if you carefully directed the stick towards the corner, the whip would go to the ropes, with a similar issue then occurring during one of the showcase matches, as there's an instance where you have to whip your opponent into the steps, but because it was awkward to whip them diagonally, it took a few attempts to pull this off. Aside from that, the only other things I noticed was a few legs glitching while on platforms due to the smaller areas, and an issue with the crowd animation glitching during Seth's shield entrance, so I passed details of all those things over to the dev team. So that's all for now, but I've got a lot more content coming up, so stay tuned to the channel for that. If you want to check out some new entrances and some new gameplay, you can check out these videos on screen. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching this video, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.
At Harbor Freight, we design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman, just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
You gotta be perfect.
Unlock your courage.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and a special episode of Did You Know, where today we're taking a look at some of the best entries in this year's series with more things you might not know in WWE 2K24. Did you know it's possible to remove Dragon Lee's knee pad? This one was first teased by WWE Games associate gameplay producer Brian Williams, as Brian revealed that it's possible to lower Dragon Lee's knee pad during matches. To lower the knee pad, all you need to do is hold R2 on PlayStation or RT if you're on Xbox, and then press down on the D-pad. Doing this, we'll see Dragon Lee perform a special taunt-like motion as he pulls down the knee pad to expose his knee, with this best used as a setup motion for his signature knee strike. Did you know that my faction features a set of cosmetic items for Edge? WWE 2K24 is the first game in the long-running series not to feature Edge, though it appears he may have initially been set to be featured in the game, as browsing the cosmetic items featured in my faction reveals some of his content, which should you receive it in a pack, then you can use it to assign to your faction. Edge's items include a full set of cosmetics, including Wallpaper 113, which features Edge's Rated R logo with the hand design, Nameplate 100, which uses the same design, and Logo 89, which features his Earn Your Stripes logo. It's unknown if these cards are currently available in packs, though should you pull them, you can use them to decorate your faction. Did you know there's a hidden weapon featured in My Rise? A big focus in 2K24 has been the updates to the weapon system, as alongside the ability to throw weapons, each of the DLC packs has also brought new items, including light tubes, barbed wire bats, and even a door. However, one weapon you might not know about can only be found within My Rise, as searching under the ring will see you pull out a police baton. This new weapon can be found during the Monsters Among Men story, when choosing a side with Lita and then facing off against the Red Flame. During this match, should you exit the ring and check under the apron, you can pull out the baton as an exclusive weapon. The baton appears to be a reskin of the kendo stick, as it includes all the usual strike motions and its weapon taunts, though it's unclear why the prop only appears in this particular match and isn't available with the other weapons when customizing the weapon wheel. Did you know that the Saturday Night's Main Event theme music is included in the game as an unlockable theme? This one was suggested by Slade Wilson, who notes the inclusion of the original theme music for Saturday Night's Main Event, as while the music doesn't appear in the list under its original name, should you play through the 2K Showcase and complete the objectives in the Firefly Funhouse match, then this will unlock the SNME attire for Bray Wyatt, which also includes the show's theme. Once unlocked, you can assign the theme music and create an entrance by selecting Bray Wyatt SNME, which will allow you to use the track as an entrance theme, which is perfect for anyone creating classic stars, as in the absence of their own track, you can use the Saturday Night's Main Event theme. You can also go one step further and download an SNME arena from community creations, such as this one, and then when the superstar comes out, they'll come out to the show's theme. Did you know it's possible to use weapons on top of the ambulance? This one was suggested by Tom G6220, who shared a tip to use weapons on top of the ambulance, as should you pull out a weapon while your opponent is on the ambulance, you can actually use the throw option to get it on top. Depending on the weapon that you're throwing, not all of them will work, as larger weapons like the door can't be thrown high enough. However, smaller weapons like steel chairs, microphones, and even the stop sign can all be thrown up if you back up. It's also possible to throw the trash can on top if you throw it from the stage side of the ramp, as the larger area will give you the space needed to throw it on top.
Lands the trash can. That'll leave him alone.
Did you know that The Rock has a special weapon taunt when using the microphone? This one was suggested by a few people, including Fluffy Fluffox, Rez Rascal, and Sean Wynn, who all highlighted a unique weapon taunt for The Rock, as should you grab a microphone from under the ring and press the taunt button, The Rock features a unique taunt that sees him hold up the microphone like he does when performing his catchphrase, though sadly the taunt doesn't include any audio, which feels like a missed opportunity. Not only does this taunt work with a microphone, but you can also perform it using the water balls, as pressing the taunt button will randomly see you perform the motion.
The Octagon has returned to the land down under. Dracus Duplessis!
He is as good as anybody in the world.
Sean Strickland!
It's about as difficult a matchup the champion could face.
Zhang Weili!
She's a special athlete.
Tatiana Suarez!
Who's about to rise?
Did you know there's special championship victory scenes when assigning allies and rivals as the referee? This one is a great addition that helps to add a level of storytelling to victory scenes as should you defend a championship in a special guest referee match, either with a rival or an ally set as the referee, and this can lead to some alternate victory scenes. For example, should you set an ally as the referee, then they'll give you an advantage when it comes to pinfalls and submissions, as allies will help you out with a fast count, as well as having the option to perform a screwjob finish, which will trigger a special victory scene where your ally awards you the championship.
Why is the bell ringing? This is ridiculous. Here is your winner, and still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Alternately, rather than an ally, should you set a rival as the referee and they're forced to count the pinfall, then this will trigger an alternate cutscene where rather than award the championship, they'll instead throw it at the winner.
Here is your winner, and the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Up next, we're talking the default camera that's used during matches, as for the first time since the SmackDown vs Raw games, WWE 2K24 includes the new option to enable a ramp camera, which when enabled will see the camera pointed at the stage. The ramp camera can be enabled by pausing the game and going to the options menu and then setting the ramp camera option to on. As this camera angle is pointed at the stage, this makes for a great way to showcase arenas as it lets you see the stage in the background, and it also comes in useful during Royal Rumble matches, as once the countdown hits 0, you can watch the next person make their entrance while their trons play on the stage. Did you know that using the Fireball Payback will leave your opponents visibly burned? This one comes as part of a new addition to the Payback system, as WWE 2K24 introduces a new Fireball Payback, which when used will see you launch a giant fireball at your opponent. Should you catch your opponent with the fireball, then this will cause them to roll around holding their face, with the effects of the fireball leaving them scorched with black burn marks and sweat pouring down their face. Like other paybacks that fall under the dirty category, using a fireball payback in front of the referee will result in a disqualification, so you'll have to be smart about when you use it and offer up a distraction, such as removing the turnbuckle pad. Did you know it's possible to bypass the height restrictions when creating a custom superstar? This one is a really useful trick for creators that want to create stars larger than 7 foot tall, as there's actually a way that you can bypass the height restrictions and create stars taller than the 7 foot limit. This trick works by using the randomize feature to generate a randomized character, as pressing R3 will see the game put together a custom character using random selections. However, in doing so, it'll also randomly generate the character's height, which it can set above the 7 foot limit. Using this trick, players can generate a character as tall as 7'4", which is 4 inches higher than the 7 foot limit. Did you know it's possible to recreate the Van Terminator? This one is a really cool trick that you can use to recreate RVD's Van Terminator, which sees him use the coast to coast to drive a steel chair at his opponent. While this move isn't included as an actual move in-game, thanks to the updates to the weapon system and the ability to throw weapons, it's now possible for 2 players to work together to recreate it.
Big stomp in the corner, creating a lot of separation. And that was an efficient display of offense with that maneuver.
Recreating the Van Terminator is really simple, as all you need to do is grab a steel chair and time throwing it just as the other player performs the coast to coast. As should you time it right, the chair will land on your opponent, ready for the drop kick. Using this trick, players can also recreate the Van Terminator with other weapons, with some of the standout options being the trash can and the stop sign.
No way. The other guys. Van Terminator. Van Dam is just about to finish this.
Did you know there's an alternate ending to the WrestleMania 38 match in the 2K Showcase? In the first episode of Did You Know, we covered how the developers included an alternate ending in the 2K Showcase match between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, though this isn't the only alternate ending that was added, as there's also an alternate ending for the match between Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 38, as should Owens come out victorious, and you'll see him celebrate by mocking Stone Cold.
Here's your winner, Kevin brings the Texas Rattlesnake down. This is the greatest moment in KO's career.
This victory only feeds Kevin Owens' sick obsession with inflicting harm on Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There won't be any broken skull beer bashes tonight. However, I cannot wait for the gala celebration on his next KO show.
Did you know there's a WWF Easter egg during Roddy Piper's entrance? This one was pointed out by the gaming NASCAR wrestler who noticed a WWF Easter egg while playing as Roddy Piper, as during Piper's entrance he'll come out wearing his merch from the 1992 European Tour, and should you take a look at the back of the shirt, you'll notice that refers to the tour as the WWF Deutschland Tour, with the shirt also featuring the original WWF logo. While this Easter egg can be seen during Piper's entrance, should you load him into the Creation Suite for a closer look, the shirt shown is actually an edited version, as the version in the Creation Suite has been changed to read WWE Deutschland Tour, with the European Rampage logo also updated to remove the WWF branding. Did you know you can now pull opponents out of the ring while they're grounded on the mat? This one is another of this year's gameplay updates, as the developers have had the ability to grab a downed opponent and then pull them out of the ring while you're standing at ringside. The way in which you pull an opponent out of the ring will vary depending on their position, as should you grab them at the head, then this will see you pull them out face first, with two different motions included depending on whether they're face down or face up. Should you grab an opponent at the legs, then this will trigger an alternate motion where you pull them out leg first, with this position also seeing an alternate motion when they're face down.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time. Teams can stay connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at asana.com.
Did you know that several superstars feature tribute tattoos for Bray Wyatt? This one was suggested by Josiah, who points out the inclusion of some special tribute tattoos for Bray Wyatt, as several superstars feature his Firefly design. The first superstar to feature a tribute tattoo is former Wyatt family member Braun Strowman, as should you take a look at his left arm, you can see that he has the Firefly logo tattooed on his forearm. The second superstar to feature a tribute tattoo is the Final Testament's Karrion Kross, as like Braun, Kross also features the same tattoo on his left arm. The third superstar to feature the tattoo is Shotzi, though hers is a little bit harder to find as you can't see it initially due to her attire. Should you load her into the Creation Suite though and take a look at her right leg, you can find the tattoo just below her knee. These tattoos were inked just days after Bray Wyatt's passing, as Strowman, Kross and Shotzi all came together to pay tribute to Wyatt and had the tattoos inked ahead of the SmackDown tribute show. Did you know that new partner controls have been added to tag team matches? Another feature making its return to the series after several years away is the ability to control your partner's actions in tag team matches, as the developers have included special partner controls which allow you to control what your partner does. These controls can be triggered by holding L1 on PlayStation or LB if you're on Xbox, then pressing up, down, left or right on the D-pad. Should you hold L1 and press up, then this will see your partner remove the turnbuckle pad to expose the metal ring, which you can then use to your advantage by Irish whipping an opponent into it. Holding L1 and pressing left on the D-pad will see you call for a table, providing it's available, with this control set to come in handy once the Dudley Boys are added via DLC, as you'll be able to ask Devon to get the tables.
And then you have a team that is all about being the pinnacle of competition, the Alpha Academy.
Alternately, players can request a different weapon by holding L1 and pressing down on the D-pad, as this will see your partner grab any weapon and then slide it into the ring. Finally, the most useful of the new controls comes when holding L1 and pressing right on the D-pad, as this will request that your partner attacks the opposing team's illegal partner, which can prove to be extremely useful when looking to end the match, as this will stop your opponent's partner from breaking up the pinfall. Did you know that the 2K Showcase features an alternate ending? When playing through the 2K Showcase of the Immortals and reaching WrestleMania 10, we have a special title versus title match between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, where both players entered the match claiming to be the Intercontinental Champion with both belts suspended above the ring in a ladder match. Should you play the match as it happened and retrieve the belts as Razor to complete the objectives, then you'll see a special victory scene of Razor as he celebrates on the ladder with both belts. Something you might not know though is that this match also features an alternate ending, as should Shawn Michaels retrieve the belts and go on to win the match, then this will trigger an alternate ending where Michaels throws down Razor's championship in disgust.
Here is your winner and the undisputed WWE Intercontinental Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Not only is this cutscene included as an alternate ending in the showcase, but you can actually assign this as a double championship victory motion in Creative Victory, as both Shawn and Razor's title motions are available to select. The cool thing about these motions is that they work regardless of whether or not your title win comes in a ladder match, as once you've assigned them, the game will load in a ladder to celebrate on, even if you're playing a regular match.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your undisputed WWE Universal and World Heavy Champion, Roman Reigns.
Both titles stay in his hands. What a defense.
He walked in as a double champion, and now he's walking back out the same way.
Running a small business? Create your invoices at skynova.com. Easy, but professional.
Did you know you can customize the animation used for the freeze payback? This year sees the addition of a brand new freeze payback, which can be used to stop your opponent in their tracks and create an opening to launch a counter attack. The animations used with the payback include a mixture of intimidating motions and cowardly actions that beg for mercy, though something you might not know is that you can actually customize the animation used, as the developers have included a new freeze category within Create a Moveset, where you can choose from a list of 34 different animations, including new motions that were added for the payback and a whole host of superstar taunts. Some of the standout motions include The Undertaker's Deadman Sit-Up, The Rock's Just Bring It taunt, and Bray Wyatt's Creepy Spider Walk. Did you know that Sandman features unique moves when using the Kendo Stick? This one comes as part of the new ECW DLC, as should you play matches as Sandman and grab a weapon from under the ring, the Sandman will automatically pull out his favourite weapon, the Kendo Stick. When using the Kendo Stick, Sandman features some unique animations, as should you taunt while holding it, he has 4 brand new weapon taunts.
He's feeling it. Got him in his sights. Kendo in hand. That means he's hardcore. He'll take them all on.
Not only does Sandman come with unique weapon taunts, but he also features his own unique weapon move, as should you attempt to grapple an opponent while holding the Kendo Stick, Sandman will perform his signature White Russian leg sweep. Did you know that double championship ladder matches now feature a special victory scene? This one comes as part of the larger update to double championship matches, as this year, should you play a ladder match and opt to place 2 championships on the line, rather than display a single belt like we've seen in 2K23, this year sees both championships hanging above the ring. While both championships are suspended above the ring, players only need to pull down one of them to end the match, with this then triggering a new double title scene that shows the players celebrate with both championships on top of the ladder.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your WWE United States and WWE Intercontinental Champion, Logan Paul!
I still can't believe it. There you see our new champion.
to go from challenger to champion. That has to feel good.
Did you know it's possible to play as the new licensed referees? When setting up a special guest referee match, rather than be limited to playing as superstars, WWE 2K24 also gives players the option to play as one of 7 licensed referees. These referees include John Corn, Charles Robinson, Rod Zapata, Adrian Butler, Chad Patton, AJ Smith, and Jessica Carr. Should you opt to play as one of the referees, then this will see them come out with their own unique entrance where they'll go on to check the ropes and the turnbuckle pads.
Here you can see our official making her final checks.
I can hardly contain my excitement. At least we'll have some exciting entrances after this one.
Selecting to play as a referee also brings about some unique commentary, as the announced team will question your choice, noting that this was supposed to be a special guest referee match.
You know, all due respect to our officials, but this is a disappointing choice.
We were expecting a guest referee and we got this. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day's ruined.
Hey, maybe this is kind of reverse psychology. The superstars were expecting someone different and, okay, I admit, this is a bit of a letdown.
Did you know you can now set how many players appear in ring during the Royal Rumble? This one was suggested by one omnipotent god, who pointed out a new option for the Royal Rumble match, as should you set up a Royal Rumble and head into the match rules, the developers have added a new option that allows you to customize how many players appear in the ring at the same time. Using this option, players can lower the amount of superstars from the default 8 down to 7, 6, 5 or 4. Given that Rumble matches can get quite chaotic once the ring begins to fill up, this option should make things a lot easier, as setting this to a lower number will give you a lot more space. As a bonus tip, for any new players, you can also change the entrance interval setting, as this will set how long you wait between entrance, as you can set this as low as 30, which will see a superstar enter every 30 seconds, or increase it all the way up to 300, which will see them enter every 5 minutes. Did you know there's a way to celebrate with weapons following a last man standing match? This one comes from Backpack Mac 3013, who shares a really cool trick that allows you to celebrate with weapons at the conclusion of last man standing matches, as it's possible to keep hold of the weapon that you're using during your victory scene.
Here is your winner.
No other way to put it, guys. That was kind of a butt kicking.
He really tried, but LA Knight couldn't get it done here.
Performing this trick is super simple, as all you need to do is grab a weapon and press left or right on the D-pad to perform a weapon taunt just before the referee's count reaches 10. Doing this will see you keep hold of the weapon rather than drop it, and you'll continue to hold it during your victory scene.
Here is your winner, LA Knight.
A loud victory tonight for LA Knight.
Yeah, say it with me. LA Knight with a huge win.
While this trick doesn't work with all of the weapons, it does work with all of those that include weapon taunts, and depending on the victory scene that you're using, a lot of them do tend to fit really well, so much so that I think it'd be really cool to see 2K explore this as a potential new feature and allow you to customize victory motions and attach a weapon similar to the way WWE Raw did on the original Xbox. Did you know that Andre the Giant has a special manager entrance? This one was suggested by Kojo Wilson, who notes a special manager entrance for Andre the Giant, as should you assign Bobby the Brain Heenan as Andre's manager, then this will see them come out together on one of the ring carts from WrestleMania 3.
The undeniable attraction of this industry.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Bobby Heenan from Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant!
This man played a major role in building WrestleMania into the spectacle that it is today as part of the biggest main event ever. Two brands that are synonymous with each other, Corey. WrestleMania and Andre the Giant.
Did you know there's an alternate ending in the 2K showcase if Shawn Michaels defeats the Streak? We've already covered several alternate victory scenes in this year's showcase, including Kevin Owens defeating Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels defeating Razor Ramon. However, Toy Pikachu points out a third is should you play the showcase match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, if you lose that match, the developers have included a special victory scene that sees Shawn Michaels react in shock as he's announced as the man who beat the streak.
Here is your winner, the man who ended the streak, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels!
Shawn Michaels defied the odds and brought the Phenom down. HBK is known for his amazing resilience and will to win. These things empowered him to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and brought him victory tonight.
Not only is this scene included in showcase mode, but the developers have also set this as Shawn's regular victory motion, leaving him shocked every time he picks up a win. Did you know there's unique distractions when using Jimmy Hart as a manager? This one was suggested by a few people who point out some unique distractions when using Jimmy Hart as a manager, as rather than use the regular animation, Jimmy will use his megaphone to perform a distraction.
Honky Tonk Man grabs a guitar, ready to play a tune on his opponent's head.
Gets inside the ring.
Another cool feature for Jimmy is that he'll always attempt to retrieve his megaphone, so if he drops it, or if the referee takes it off him and throws it away, you'll see him walk over and pick it up so that he can continue to use it. Did you know it's possible to perform the 3D through a table? This one comes as a new move within the ECW Punk Pack, as the DLC includes a new top rope version of the 3D, though the move isn't assigned to the Dudleys by default, so you'll need to manually add it in Create a Moveset. Once added, the move can be performed from the corner, and it sees Devon lift his opponent onto the top rope, setting them up for the Avalanche version of the 3D.
The Dudley Boys, Avalanche 3D! Does Theory have any fight left?
The best thing about this version of the move is that you can also use it with a table, as should you place a table in the corner before you perform it, you can perform the 3D through the table.
Tag made. Big right hand.
The Dudley, no! My God! Devastating impact through the table.
My God, the table has been set ablaze. Tag made. Big right hand.
The Dudley set for the ride through the table. Somebody get a fire extinguisher, a bucket of water, anything.
So there you go, that was some of the best Did You Knows in WWE 2K24. Let me know what you made of them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and another special episode of Did You Know, where today we're taking a look at more of the best entries in this year's series with more things you might not know in WWE 2K24. Did you know that a new option has been added to start an argument with the referee? This one is another feature that returns to the series after time away, as the developers have brought back the ability to start an argument with the referee, though this time, rather than being limited to arguing after a pinfall, players can start an argument at will. To begin an argument with the referee, click in the right thumbstick to target the ref, then press up on the D-pad. While this feature is a great way to add a bit of realism to matches, its best use comes when playing a tag team match, as should you see your partner in trouble and in danger of being pinned, then you can target the referee from the apron and press up on the D-pad to begin an argument which will keep the ref distracted from the pinfall. Did you know you can pick up and use the water bottles at ringside? Following on from the first episode where we showcased some of this year's new weapons, this year also sees an update to the water bottles on the announce table, as while the water bottles have been present for years, this year players can actually pick them up and use them as a weapon.
Oh my gosh!
Water bottles work in a similar manner to the microphone, as they share the same animations, with players able to grapple an opponent and perform the headlock weapon grapple, launch the bottle at their opponent, and even continue to hold it while they stomp them. As well as being able to use the water bottles at ringside, players can also obtain water bottles backstage, as the vending machines in the parking lot have been updated and drop water bottles when throwing opponents into them. Over on the other side of the backstage area, this vending machine has also been updated, though this one will drop soda cans, which also work in a similar manner.
Oh! Boom! KO reminding the audience that this is his show.
Trying to find his bearings, but it looks like his end is near.
Did you know that Sol Ruga's full attire has been added to the Creation Suite? This one comes as part of the changes made in patch 1.05, as creator Antronexi spotted the inclusion of Sol's attire in Creator Superstar, and on further inspection, not only is her top and bottoms included, but the developers have also patched in her wristbands, her knee pads, socks and her boots, which when combined gives us Sol's full gear minus her logos. The inclusion of these parts would suggest that Sol was initially planned to appear in the game, though given the fact that the developers have now patched in her parts for free, then it's likely that she'll be kept back for 2K25. In the meantime though, should you want to make use of her attire and add Sol to your roster, then creator Absolution Cause has uploaded a great creation of Sol that uses the new attire parts, so if you want to download this and add it to your roster, you can find it on Community Creations by searching for the hashtag SolRuga or Absolution Cause. Did you know there's 2 alternate weapon skins when breaking out of entrances? This one sees the addition of 2 alternate weapon skins that can be used when breaking out of certain entrances, with the first of these being the flaming red baseball bat used by Alba Fire. Should you play a match as Alba and have her enter second, using the breakout feature will see her drop the bat on the ramp, though unlike other props that tend to disappear, Alba's bat can be picked up and used. This red bat works the same way as the regular one and even stays at ringside once the match begins, allowing you to use it during matches.
This is just getting uncomfortable at this point. Jeez, it's like they're beating a dead horse.
The second alternate weapon is Cora Jade's black kendo stick, as like with Alba, should you enter second and use the breakout feature to break out of the entrance, you can pick up the kendo stick and use it, as it will remain at ringside throughout the match. While Cora's kendo stick works like the regular one unique difference is that her kendo stick won't break when striking an opponent, so you can continue to use it as often as you like.
Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. It turns out one of the fastest growing segments of people signing up for Mint are people over the age of 55. So I've decided to call our 55 plus plan the Retirement Plan. That's it. I thought that was pretty clever. But we're not going to go with that, right? Because at 55, people are just getting started. You just paid off your student loans. You could be a bachelor at 70 these days. I mean, those seniors, like rabbits.
EVE to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want. You can have really relaxed, slow-paced stuff where you can take it easy.
Did you know it's possible to pick up and place a flaming table? This one is a really cool one that you should definitely try out next time you play a match with tables, as Johnny Ralston has found a way to light a table on fire and then pick it up and move it around, which allows you to set up a flaming table in the corner position or lay it flat on the floor so that you can perform moves on it.
Cactus Jack, Patton off, DDT from Cactus Jack.
In order to set this up, ideally it's good to have 2 controllers, though it is possible using one, though you will have to swap